All right, Republicans in the House and the Senate are unified regarding the Biden impeachment inquiry declared by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy. The mainstream media won't admit it. The Democrats are in denial. But we have Senator Kevin Cramer of the great state of North Dakota. I almost said South Dakota. That's because the dentist laid waste to me yesterday, but it's okay. Senator Cramer, welcome back to the show. This whole thing started a piece that you were featured in Washington Times, and I think I just saw a follow-up piece. And I asked Chairman Comer about it, and he said when he went to your conference, there was a lot of support and some positive suggestions, and I wondered if you could elaborate on that.
Well, first of all, thank you, Larry, for having me. And yeah, Chairman Comer and Chairman Jordan were at our conference luncheon on, I guess it was Wednesday, and laid out their agenda, their plan, very methodically, as they've been doing all along. Talked about why an inquiry is important and appropriate. And there was, in years I can remember, there was not a single Republican senator who pushed against that. Some made some friendly suggestions, like, you know, take your time, do it right, not quickly, which they seem to already be doing. It'd be good if you could have a vote on the inquiry eventually, you know, add some credibility. But yeah, they got a lot of encouragement from Republican senators. And I think a lot of Republican senators were kind of put at ease by listening to Jim and Jamie to talk to us in such an intelligent and productive way.
You know, I've known Jim Jordan for a very long time. I mean, many decades, yeah. And I know how smart he is.
He's smart.
In terms of Jamie Comer, I've really just met him in this past year. He's a former banker. He's a former money guy, as it turns out. And I just think he's done a heck of a bang-up job on all that. I mean, it's been a very pleasant surprise. So anyway, the mainstream media is in denial about this. They're all trying to paint the Republicans as at each other's throats, and the Democrats likewise. But you're saying it's not true at all. 100%.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be true at all. And to the degree there are some grumbling Republicans because they wish this wasn't happening. I understand that they somehow think it might get in the way of our anti-Joe Biden agenda or our pro-Republican economic agenda. They may be right about that. But, you know, you don't expect the firemen to pull over at the Dairy Queen on their way to a fire. You have to deal with the crisis that's in front of you when you have a constitutional responsibility to do that. And I think we all realize that as inconvenient as this impeachment inquiry might be, it is nonetheless necessary. And yeah, it seemed to me to be pretty much unanimous consent in the room. At least if there were any complainers, they weren't speaking up in the room. The other thing I would say, you have the right two people. Jim Jordan, as you said, a smart lawyer, litigator, great communicator, by the way, as well. He's got a perfect memory, it seems. And in the case of Jamie Comer, and I served with both of these gentlemen, of course, in the House, Jamie's equally as smart, but the ability to take the financial piece of this, right, Larry, and do a forensic, right, you know, examination and explain it. And here's the other thing I'd say about those media people in denial. Who's not in denial, frankly, and this is different than any other impeachment I've witnessed going back to Bill Clinton, is that the country seems to be with us on this one. Yes. 62% in the last poll I saw believe that the president's already guilty of some involvement in Hunter Biden's problems.
Right,
so
gotta jump.
I think the public's with us.
Senator Kevin Cramer, thank you, sir, particularly the insights. Folks, be right back with my last word.